Welcome to the Old Train Farm videos with Harry Henning and the latest projects on the layout. Today's project will be covering signals and gates in our new road crossing as of where we just replaced the track, removing the old S-bend that was in the tunnel. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoy. Well, now that I got a little more work done, I painted the road. I dug out. These are Walther's gates that I use on most of the layout. And they actually will pull down when the train comes through on our insulated section of rail. So I've got a gate for each side, and then I've got my MTH crossing lights. This is actually one of them I picked up out at York as a spare, but my other one I think I'm going to use as a spare because I got to change a light in it. So I've got this pair for here. What I'll do is I'm going to be setting them up right in here, and you can watch how that goes. Alright, I got my first hole dug for the MTH signal. That's going to go here. I might have to go a little deeper. And you can see that I'm going to need to fit it up a little more and cut a little more out to get it in there. I don't want to break the wires. Let me get my drill. Drill that down. Get this set up in place. These are going to run off of the third rail, and that third rail is our insulated rail, and that, when the wheels come across, will trigger a relay. Now I got that set down in there, which will be nice, and then I'll put the screws on and I can lightly plaster over it, and we just have the concrete base sticking up. The next thing to do is to put my gate in, and that's going to go right about there, basically crosses the road. So that's the next hole to get cut. Alright, got this signal up in place. Some of you ask what we use to control our signals and gates and so forth. Well, we use this little board that we sell at the shop. It's one we prototyped here at the layout, and then John Will made them available for everybody to buy. It's a relay board, and we have common power to our one rail, our normal center rail, and then this is all of our signal rails on the inside. What we do is this board will control the relay. Now, as far as the signal getting its power, we have a separate source of power so that it doesn't rob from the track power. That is the nice thing about these, is you're not stealing from track power. It's not causing a interference in your legacy sounds or legacy system or in your DCS system, and that's the good thing with these. So that's what we use to control our signals. Well, now to get back here to getting this one put into the ground, we'll dig a hole for this. Get my markings here. And we'll get this buried into the ground in do the same thing. We'll plaster over the small areas of it. And we'll get this hole cut here. And I'll go back and I'll plaster this in so that it looks nice and neat. But I'll know where the screw holes are if I have to get to them at any point. I've already had to change these out on a couple other sections of the layout. I've been using these for many years now, and they're very reliable. Between the Walthers gates and MTH signals, I like them. They work pretty good. We'll cut this down. Might have to drill through the plywood for the bottom here to get it down deep enough, but that's okay. I know in areas of the layout I've had to do that. Just slowly dig my way down. Yep, I'll have to get the drill and we'll drill a hole down through there. I know we're going to have to move this. And we'll go get the drill, and I believe that was a 3/4 inch drill bit. Alright, as nice as I have a fairly large collection of drill bits, and we'll just drill this down. Alright. Might be a little bigger than we need, but this will be okay. Move that out of the way. Shove our wire down through here. And get our gate in place. We can fill in a little bit of extra with plaster. Let's see here. Get this cut right around here. Just gonna knock that out there. That little bit of plaster. That'll recess it down in there so it's hidden. And that'll be nice. That'll give us our gate and our crossing, and then we'll get them wired up underneath with one of these controllers that we make. As you can see, that'll be a nice road crossing with everything be down and hidden. I'll get some screws in this, lock it in place, get this locked in place, and I'll plaster over it. Gives you an idea of placing a signal and a crossing gate. And there's plenty of room for large engines to come around the 072 track. I still didn't peel my tape up. I guess we can do that. And I'm gonna vacuum all this. As you can see, the wood on the edge of the rail looks really nice, clean and crisp. That's the good thing about taping it out. Down on there. Get that to peel up. Let's try it from this end. I might have to take an X-Acto knife. Ah, there it comes. Yeah, that'll look really nice. Nice and clean. And like I said, I'll vacuum all this up. Clean up the mess. that over there out of the way. And we'll get the other side put in the same way we did over here. So later, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, now both crossing gates are in place, and what I want to do now is fill in a little bit and kind of bury these in so they look more realistic. Get rid of these screw holes here. Like I said, being we know where they're buried, we got a good idea of where the screws are. We can always get back in here later if we have to. I've replaced a few here and there that got broken, physically broken, going to train shows and that, because I have them on our module. But I just kind of put a skim coat over this stuff and hide it in here. Then go back later, take a wet sponge and give it a mop later. It'll smooth it up real nice. So make it nice and clean. Gives it a nice look. Bring the gate up, fill up the back side. That don't look too bad. Now we'll go over to this side over here and kind of contour this in. It won't look bad. I guess it's looking pretty good. Just keep covering it up. All right. A little bit of a hillside here. That'll look good. I got a little bit of plaster left. Might as well work my way down here. Looks pretty good. That'll hide it. Look good for when we're going through. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you like what you're seeing. Hope you're learning a little bit about putting these in. Like I said, I'll clean this up a little, paint it. It'll look really good. Thanks for watching. Okay, I got my bases in for my gates here. What I'm going to do, work on the bottom base here, and I'm going to paint that with a concrete paint, and then we'll do the asphalt last. This way, then, if I go down on the asphalt, it's a little better to edge it. Doesn't matter if I get concrete on the asphalt right now. We paint this up, this will look pretty good. Give it a more realistic look. It's not the easiest thing to do. But like I said, it'll look a lot better. I probably could have painted it before I put it in, but what do they call that? Hindsight? Would have, should have, could have, but didn't. Yeah, got that painted. Like I say, that will make it look a little more realistic. I'll come back and I will paint the asphalt next after that dries. Okay, now that we got that painted and it's dried, we'll go along with the asphalt paint here. They call it pavement, and that's from Apple Barrel, and that's what I use to all our pavement. My road paint per se. And we go down, we'll get it on here. Go up against the edges real nice. Doesn't have to be perfect. Anybody knows asphalt's just slapped down in times. And they try to keep it neat and clean, but it's usually up on the concrete and so forth. And we'll just try to make it look as nice as possible. That looks much better. Get that all brushed in. And like I say, this is one way you can do a signal, you know, for planting it in the ground in the road. That's the way I do a lot of mine. I think they look rather nice when they're done. One of them things, you take your time, come out looking really good. Alright, let's hold the gate down, paint underneath here, a little bit of white on the there, looks good. It makes for a nice looking parking lot. Nice looking gates. I'll get them wired up and do a separate video on the wiring on how we do it, because I want to do a benchtop video so that you can actually see the whole process. Trying to show you what's done here makes it a little hard, but if I do it on a board where you can see what's what, it makes a little more sense for everybody. So that's done. That's looking good. I'll let that paint dry. And this is going to be the end of this particular video. I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the show and enjoy it, please hit like and subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks for watching us. And you can check us out at Hennings Trains in Lansdale, PA. We also have our Train Shop Weekly on YouTube, and you can catch us on Facebook at O-Gauge Model Railroading, Tips, Tricks, and more.